Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back. In today's video, I want to have a look at SweatCoin. Now, Sweat or SweatCoin has actually been around for a very long time, just not in the form of a cryptocurrency. It was only October last year when it finally made the step to become a Web3 project, or not Web3, well, yeah, Web3 cryptocurrency, and ever since it's been doing pretty poorly. But that's besides the point. I'm actually very hopeful for the project. I've been using SweatCoin since about 2020. I think. I can't put a date on that, but I was using it long before it became a crypto project. I managed to get loads of SweatCoins that I never used either. So I managed to actually. I'm sitting on a little pile that's nice for that I got for completely free. So I'm very happy with that. It's a project that I think is very cool and that I also think will do very well this next bull run. I think from what I've been seeing in the space and what I've been watching and what keeps coming up among like the big names, the big people in crypto that sort of would know more than most of us, is play to earn and move to earn and all this sort of earn your crypto, whether it's through a fitness, whether it's through a game, whether it's through whatever. These are the things that keep cropping up, and I think will be one of the driving narratives for the next bull run. Things like Neoxa and other coins like that are really focusing in on earning your crypto through doing something you want to do anyway. So you get that double reward. Because in most people's brain, why wouldn't they download Sweat? If you think about it, all you have to do is download the app, create a wallet. I don't even think you need to create a wallet. I think you can have it a centralized wallet, which most people will do, to be fair. You can have a centralized wallet, and you just get paid a small little bit for when you go walking. I mean, the choice is either get paid or don't get paid for doing the exact same thing. So most people in their brains are going to use this, which is going to drive up demand. And I think what will be interesting is how they actually implement Sweat and create a sort of need for the actual coin, whether they they are a cryptocurrency on Near protocol, so if you're going to send Sweat to people, you're going to need to pay Sweat and fees wise, and they have lots of competitions and stuff, which I think is a lot of where their funding comes from, to be honest with you. So it's a coin where it's struggling a bit with its identity, or at least its business practice. I don't really see how it's profitable at the moment, only with the fact that it's they're getting paid by these companies to do giveaways, and then the people who are entering the giveaways have to pay Sweat to get into the giveaways, so they're burning Sweat and at the same time they're getting paid, which is a good model, to be fair, because it's deflationary or decreases inflation, and they're also earning. But I don't know where they're going. They're going to release, or they're in beta at the moment, for these hero battle things where, it's encouraging you to be exercising more, competing with your family and friends, and whoever wins get an extra Sweat bonus and all this stuff. And I saw next year they're planning on implementing other features for Sweat, like swimming, cycling, lots of other things like this. So it'll be very cool to see where the project goes, and I think it will do well. I'm hopeful. However, looking at the current price action, ever since this year, it's not been great. Like we've seen with many cryptos, we've had a sort of spike up at the beginning of the year, sort of up 66%, and then from that 66%, we've gone all the way down to, down 60%, but from its lowest down 75. So we've had a turbulent year for Sweat, and like all the other coins we've been looking at this last week, File, Fantom, Uni, we've often seen a big a wick up and then a demise down, where it hasn't really recovered. And we can see we have been putting some higher highs in here, some higher lows, but it's a very sort of meager recovery, if you will. I mean, let's have a look here how much she's actually gone up by. 76% isn't much, but That's if you're buying. Sorry, it is much, but if you're buying at the bottom, which most people are definitely not doing, you're not really seeing much gain. And from year to date, you're in the red. Zooming out again, we can see that obviously it launched only last September, so it hasn't even had a year of being a cryptocurrency yet. And we can see that when it launched, it was somewhere around 10 cent, just below, was what it first went on listing for, and it suddenly very quickly went to 7 cent, to 5 cent, to 3 cent, all the way down to 1 cent, and then ever since then it's stayed below 1 cent or around it. And currently we're sitting at 7/10 of a cent. So not great for Sweat. But I do feel like, again, we've been in a very tough bear market, and altcoins like this that launch in the bear market and start at very low prices with very low market caps just get absolutely battered during the bear market. And, you know, zooming out again, let's pull up a fib here. We can see that it like, I was having a look at this just before I started the video. Here we go. We can see that, to be fair, it is coming up close to this sort of sorry, I'll bring that down there. It is coming back up to this sort of Fibonacci level, and you can obviously see it's had serious resistance there, like it has before, which would sort of discourage me in believing that it will break up again. Now, to be fair, it has been putting in higher highs slowly and steadily, higher lows, and we might just break above this and shoot to the upside. Could very well happen, but it could also very well happen where we just get a rejection like this and we drop back down. Now, September is a very boring time for crypto in general, and altcoins like this with such low market caps, unless there's some sort of whale movement, unless there's some sort of news released, I can't see it climbing much, to be honest with you. And if it does, it's going to be steady. It's not going to rocket up. So, yep, pretty not great, to be honest, for Sweat for the short term, I would believe. I can basically see us staying. I can't imagine us going above the yellow, the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level this year. I personally don't think it's going to happen. But you do you. There is a good chance that we break out here and we find this is our next resistance. There's a good chance that we break out and then break down below again. Anything can really happen with these low cap alts. Moving on to our BTC pair for Sweat, we can see that it basically paints the very same story. You know, as soon as it launches, it kind of drops extremely harshly, and then it's been sitting at the same sort of level that it has in the other, only compared to its USD pair, Sweat hasn't really recovered on its BTC. It's done pretty poorly. Sorry, I will just I meant to do it from this side. Sorry, we can see that Sweat hasn't really done very well on its BTC pair, and in fact it's only struggled against it for the whole year. We can see we are seeing a similar little inversion here, where it's coming back up to maybe reach this 0.236 line, but I'm honestly doubting, to be honest with you. I don't think Sweat will break above this, not on its BTC pair. Although September, October time, we do often see a little switch with BTC and alts, where Bitcoin dominance goes down a bit and altcoins usually pass up and grow on their BTC. But on coins that are so low down in the market cap ranking, these often, it's very possible for it not to follow the usual top 100 altcoin behavior. This is sort of an area now where anything can really happen, and to make any serious speculations or to know anything with certainty is impossible. You just can't know. So yeah, very rough for SweatCoin these last few months / year. Having a look at our moving average, we can see it's not great because it's the 50-day, I'm pretty sure, and here, wait, I'll put on my sorry, excuse me. You can see moving averages. It's just broken above on its BTC on the 50-day, which is good. So that does signal a bullish movement, and it has gone quite above. You can see almost for this whole year it's been below its moving average, and when it has broken up, it hasn't been for long. So the fact that we've actually had a clear enough break is good. It's a good sign, basically. So we could see some good price action from Sweat on its BTC pair, and September, October is usually about the time when that happens. So yep, it wouldn't be too out of place. Going back to our dollar, I'm going to get rid of this Fibonacci here so that we can see our moving averages. We can see same story with Sweat on its USD pair. The 50-day, which is this yellow line, it's broken above, and it even went back down, and it used it as a support and bounced back up. It didn't get, well, it didn't crumble and fall below and, you know, reach another low. And we can see very similarly on the BTC pair, it's only ever gone above its moving average once before significantly and actually stayed there. And we can see when it did actually break, and you can see here we actually sorry, my bad, we actually broke above, went below, or tested it, and then came up. And then when we came up, we had a 50% rally. So if you are sort of looking at making a trade like this, maybe you might want to consider putting in a buy order now, and then maybe coming out at 0.007374. That might be an area where I could see we could visit. We've already wicked up to 74, 75, so to say that we wick up to there again is definitely not impossible. However, SweatCoin is not a very well traded coin. It's only on Bitfinex and two other exchanges, I think, centralized exchanges anyway. So if you're using Bitfinex or any others, or if there's SweatCoin on your exchange, it might be something you want to look into. All in all, though, for SweatCoin, we could see short-term bullish, but I think end of this year we'll be at a lower price than we currently are, personally. Whether that happens or not, who knows? These coins are so low cap that anything can happen. But it's a coin I think is great, that I think I will be buying. I've never bought any before. I've only earned it, and I think I might, you know, put a little bit of money into it just because I think it'll do well. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Always helps so much. And comment down below what you think will happen with Sweat and how long have you been using the app. Yeah, see you in a bit, guys. Take care and peace.